一度すべてを忘れたはずなのに人を愛せない好みが憎い I think that they 100% deleted my CG, so I'm gonna go over everything to be sure. But the first time I reached this part, I did Natsuki. So this time, I'm gonna do Yuri. Well, I'll probably be most useful helping out Yuri. Congratulations, Yuri. You're my third choice.
Are you serious? Why would you...
Natsuki, I can already tell you're about to say something mean.
No. I was just saying...
So, you'll be helping Yuri then, Nikki? Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm glad. I have a bad habit of overthinking these sorts of things. So, I think your assistance will be very useful. That's great to hear. Natsuki, will you handle the baking yourself? Everyone can feel that Natsuki's a little sour. Well, excited may not be the right word, but I suppose I'm looking forward to it a little bit. The word you want is moist. I am very moist right now, Monica. Do you feel the same way, Ike? Me? Yeah, I guess you could say I'm interested to see how it'll turn out. You know what? He's not the worst protagonist in a visual novel, because as far as I know, that is still, that title, that absolute championship title is held by Kushiken Takahiro of Sakura Spirit. And if you don't believe me, watch the Game Grumps slog through it, because that's the only way it's even presentable. Or just watch the source filmmakers of it. Because that guy is infuriating. I don't know why he hates sex so much, and then tries to double back on it and be like, no, I'd love to see your boobs. It's like they should probably accept those open invitations to see their boobs, you miserable coward. I don't really know why AK picked me, and also, your cupcakes are the best cupcakes I've ever had. I like that they comfort each other. They're actually bonded at this point. They go really well with my tea, and nothing that I do for the event will compare to that, so... I get it. I'm kind of surprised, though. Why? Well, I'm the one acting immature. I already know that. But you're trying to cheer me up all of a sudden. I know. I'm not very good at it. I'm sorry if I said something bad. Natsuki isn't the only one surprised. Monica and I are also taken back by Yuri's words. But she already has trouble with words. Trying to cheer someone up must be far out of her comfort zone. So I pressed space and said, oh, that's easier. Let's get my wrist to rest. Just settle it right here near Yuri's caboose, the hair zone. But I'm beginning to understand. Yuri was trying to sound like Sayori. Even if it didn't work perfectly, I can tell she tried to say something Sayori would say at a time like this. Because Sayori always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves. She's very important and integral to this group. I kinda appreciated it. I'm sorry for making a big deal out of nothing. But I'm gonna say this.
You better bet my cupcakes are gonna be the best part of the whole event!
I believe you.
Yeah.
I hope to see everyone do their best. But with that, there's nothing more for today. So I guess it's time for us to head out.
Alright, let's get out of here then.
Everyone packs up their things. I shut them all, Monica and Natsuki at the door as they chat between each other. Eh? Oh yeah, the girl I just agreed to work with. Hey, what's up with you? I'm sorry. I realized that I don't have any way of contacting you this weekend. Oh, you're right. I can't believe that slipped my mind. Should I give you my phone number? I think that would be the best way, yes. Alright then. Yuri and I exchange phone numbers. Apparently it's Instagram these days. That's the dating tip that I picked up recently. Yeah, girls will give you Instagram because they like having followers. Okay, then I'll be stopping by your house on Sunday. Eh? My house? Is that a problem? No, not at all. I just thought I'd be one going to your house since I'm the one helping you. I suppose that makes sense. But if you don't mind, I think I would prefer going to your house. Alright. In that case, it won't be a Oh, because she doesn't want me to see her horrifying knife collection! I was wondering why. Yeah, that would probably be really scary if you get into a girl's room and there's just a bunch of knives and it's like, oh! You seem very fond of my skin? It's not like it should matter much either way, so I'll just need to make sure my room is clean. You know, sometimes I think about what it would be like if this game were just the yandere slasher I expected it to be. It's still interesting. I would still play that game if there were an alternative
Just an AU where instead of data manipulation, it just came down to some knives. I hope I managed to make myself useful in some way. I'm not nearly as creative as you are. Don't underestimate yourself, AK. I think that we'll be a very productive team. Even if you only chose me because you felt bad or something. Oh, Yuri. You don't actually think that, do you?
I don't know. It's difficult to come up with any other reason you may have chosen me.
You're hot? You're forgetting the one reason with the most common sense. I chose to help you because that's what I want to do. I'm trying to do like a Phoenix Wright point, but I don't want to jam the... But... Yuri thinks to herself with an extremely tense expression. Yuri, you're overthinking this. You wanted me to point out what you're overthinking, right?
Eh? I didn't realize.
I'm telling you I want to. That's all there is to it. Do you believe me? Yuri thinks really hard again. She looks straight into my eyes for a long while. Yeah, give that objection.
I believe you!
As if it took tremendous effort, Yuri finally says that and relaxes her expression.
And I'm really looking forward to Sunday.
Yeah, I am too. Yay! Gotta slam that in Japanese if you really want to be a weeb lord. They got an anime, actually. I've been watching the Ace Attorney anime. I only ever played the second game, so it's kind of interesting seeing the stuff I just skipped right over. I can't believe this! Yuri's gonna be coming to my house on Saturday? Even though I would have preferred to do this with Sayori. I don't know why I went to Aaron's stupid... I was thinking too much about Gushkin Takahiro. What a shitlord. My anxiety still shoots at the roof. I guess I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point. But who knows what might end up happening when we're outside of school. You know, I just realized my voice does not suit this kind of dipshit protagonist in my head. She even told me she was looking forward to it. I feel like I should be doing, like, that kind of anime protagonist that annoys you with the high voice who got the ahoge going on. I shake my head. Why do I feel nervous that Sayori finds out about this? I made him Sasuke Uchiha originally, and I wanted to punch myself in the face, so I'm just gonna stick with my voice. Besides, like Monica said, this is about the club. I have nothing to worry about. If I just go with it, then I'll have a good time. It's already Sunday! Increasingly anxious about Yuri's upcoming visit. Yuri's clearly an introvert and also an intimate person in general. There's no doubt that she'll open up a little bit when it's just the two of us. We've been texting. She was extremely apprehensive at first, but it wasn't long before I was already learning more about her. I feel like it wasn't long before something already seems dumb and excessive. Putting Yuri aside, I haven't heard a thing from Sayori since she left the club early the other day. Yes, the other day. Like, 2 days. You just ignored her. Dick. I guess this is Sunday morning and she left on Friday afternoon. So you've neglected her for a day and a half. But I still feel like if you can't get a phone call, you should stop by, you know? I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what Sayori said and what Monica said, is it really okay for me to put Sayori's feelings? No, but you know what? It should have jumped priority visiting her because he knew he had plans with Yuri. Rather than simply asking, I'll tell her I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past once Sayori said. So this is going to be this. Save it until now. Yeah, I know, the protagonist is such a dip. That's the term I've been using. Explicitly a dip. Not the full thing. He's not a dipshit. He's a dip. Dipshit something else. Sayori?
Hi, AK! I'm totally okay!
I sit down in her room. On what? On the chair with the patchy sweater on it? Or she's got a couple of books for school? Oh, look, she's got a little coffee mug. That is a giant handle on her coffee mug. She's got her duck and her cow. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell that she's different. There's a minute of silence between us. So I think this is going to be the same, but let's keep going. You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you? I guess you're right. It has been a long time. Not much has really changed, has it? Sayori's room is as messy as it's always been. I also recognize the same stuffed animals and wall decorations. Is that calendar a wall decoration? She has no wall decorations on these two walls.
If you came over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess.
Oh, but she's got plants. That's good. I think that helps with depression. That's because I end up cleaning it for you. And they're not dead, so she actually bothers to water them. Or they just are like spider plants and do not need help.
How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Aren't you supposed to see Yuri today?
Yeah, but... Wait, how'd you know that? Sayori had already left by the time we decided that last meeting.
Monica told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right?
Nah, that's true. But what about you? Aren't you going to be helping Monica today?
Of course! But I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything.
So it's just me and Yuri then. Yep. There's more silence between us. Sayori stares in a random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. Yeah, you don't hear this track much. In fact, this might be like the only time you hear this track, because you hear a warped version of it for Yuri's confession. I just wanted to see how you were doing after you left on Friday. When something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. Damn, should have waited. Yeah, no, he's an idiot. He should check on Sayori more. But it wouldn't have made a difference, because Monika was just completely cranking that depression. So we know retroactively that it wouldn't have mattered, but yes, he absolutely should have been better at checking up on Sayori on both times. That's no good, AK. Why can't it just be like it's always been? This is all my fault. Yeah. Seriously though, I'll say it again. This is... Like, I expressed it before, but I was super angry at her the first time I did this part. Like, I did not handle it well, because I guess I'd actually become emotionally attached to Sayori, and I'd just go straight to anger when grief hits, I guess. I guess that's just who I am. But, like, this is a plausible way for depression to take people, and you've really got to be careful not to fall in that kind of destructive thinking, like, that you're a burden to other people, and so you have to keep it off of other people's toes. Because if they're really your friend, then they enjoy your company, and they're willing to accept whatever burdens are on you. I mean, I watched this anime, Oregairu, and the first season was just kind of a guy being a dick. Just being a trash man while he helped people, actually. He pretended to be a dick. But the second one had this really interesting part where he was sort of distancing himself from people, and this teacher approaches him and basically says that it's fundamentally unavoidable to hurt people in some way in life. Even if you care about them, especially if you care about them, they're going to care about you, and therefore things that happen to you are going to cause them pain. So the idea is to not fixate on that notion, but rather to make your friendship something that is still more positive than negative. Like, negativity is unavoidable on the grand scheme. So you just have to try to focus on and emphasize the positive. And obviously everybody loves Sayori, so we're not gonna feel bad if we're taking care of your dumb, sad ass. It's fine, we're willing to throw you a bone every now and then. Most days I can't even find a reason to get out of bed. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Says the most important girl in the club. Why go to school? Why, you're the VP even! You are actually the most important. All Monika does is sabotage people. Of course, that's another point, is that you cannot accurately evaluate your own value when you have severe depression. It messes with your head. It makes you discount a lot of important information. So, I mean, this is a real talk round 2 while I completely ignore the dialogue, because I've read over this before, and honestly, it's like... It makes my head light to read this accurately to her tone. But yeah, absolutely, tell her you'll support her. So, people have pointed out that when it happens, and we might not get to it this episode, this stream, but apparently Sayori's hands are red, implying that she chafed the skin off trying to pry off the rope after she changed her mind. Feels like a bat being swung against my head. That's why I wanted so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. But then I discovered something else, too. Seeing you make friends and get closer with everyone in the club feels like a spear going through my heart. So, that's why. That's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt. You're right that I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, but I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes to stop you hurting, that's what I'll do. See, you're overcommitting. You can't... God, that's something I didn't cover. Is, like... It's really hard to talk to somebody who is committed to such a destructive stance. Obviously you have to listen, but at some point you do have to tell them something and help them evaluate their own stance on things and realize that they're being wrong and self-destructive. And I mean, I'm not a trained therapist, so I don't want to say anything potentially harmful, but I do know that listening is super important. You don't want to interject, but I'm saying Sayori should really have, like, parents, a therapist, and medication. She should have all 3 of those things instead of none. I pull her into a tight embrace for which there is no CG, which I think is kind of dumb. I guess they do one if you accept the confession, or confess to her, I guess, but... I make friends... Sir, you're my best friend. She's sobbing. Please don't do this. she has a lot of difficult emotions. I don't know, it's weird because I had severe depression, but my emotions shut down. I was the opposite end of the spectrum. I didn't just deal with really heavy stuff, I just kind of wore armor that kept intensifying for like 6 years. So, anyway, yeah, mental health awareness, that's something. I don't know if they got Purple Couch in America, but, you know, important thing. You never know who might be suppressing some issues or not dealing with something properly. I guess it's not just people with mental health problems. A lot of people just don't handle, like, emotional problems well. I guess that's sort of I think that's supposed to be one of the points of, like, actual good feminists, is that, no, nobody handles any sort of problems properly because we have a ton of stigmas in place in society. It ended up not really being super related to feminism, but the idea is that the stigmas are what predicated the, it's the same source. The source of sexism is basically the same as the source of a lot of other emotion-based problems, and that's why we have all sorts of stigmas against feeling certain ways or expressing certain feelings in a healthy manner. So, you know, there's a lot of talk there. I think Sayori is right. I shouldn't be worrying too much. We're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. Focus on what's ahead of me.